Let's talk about a number so massive it barely seems real. The US national debt, now over $38 trillion. That's a 3 and an 8, followed by 12 zeros. If you spent $1 million every day since the time of Jesus, you wouldn't reach even 1 trillion. We've added 15 trillion since 2020, and it's growing by $1 trillion every few months. The interest alone for 2025? Nearly $1 trillion, more than the entire US defense budget. We're spending more to service old debt than to fund our military. The debt is now 124% of our GDP, meaning we owe more than the value of everything America produces in a year. Imagine earning $100,000, but owing $124,000 on your credit card. The Congressional Budget Office projects this will hit 156% by 2055. Our annual deficit in 2025 was $1.8 trillion, money overspent in just 1 year. Every budget deal just piles on more debt. It's a fiscal doom loop, and we're spinning faster every year. Politicians argue over details, but the House is on fire. The real question, how much longer can this go on? Why does the debt keep rising? It's not just about budget fights over things like the military or education. The real driver is mandatory spending, programs like Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, which run on autopilot. As Americans age and live longer, these costs explode. Touching these programs is political suicide, so nothing changes. Both parties have expanded debt, cutting taxes, increasing spending, and hoping for the best. The result? Spending commitments grow faster than the economy or tax revenue. Every year the gap widens. The system is designed to produce exactly this outcome, an ever-accelerating mountain of debt. And no one in power wants to take the blame for fixing it. 38 trillion sounds abstract, but it hits your wallet. When the government borrows trillions, it drives up interest rates for everyone: mortgages, car loans, credit cards. The Congressional Budget Office says this debt will cut the average American's income by $5,500 a year by 2054. As interest payments eat up the budget, there's less for roads, schools, or defense. Every dollar spent on interest is a dollar not invested in America's future. To cope, politicians borrow more and let inflation erode your purchasing power. A hidden tax. Your salary stays the same, but groceries and rent cost more. The rising cost of living is tied directly to this fiscal mess. The consequences of unsustainable debt are already here. It's not just a future problem, it's draining your bank account now. For decades, US government bonds have been the world's safest investment. That trust let us borrow cheaply and live beyond our means. But what if the world stops believing we'll always pay our bills? In 2025, Moody's downgraded US debt, and Treasury yields hit decade highs. If global investors lose faith, interest rates could skyrocket, triggering a debt crisis. The government would face brutal choices: slash spending or raise taxes overnight. The dollar could plummet, causing rapid inflation and wiping out savings. We're the world's reserve currency, but we're testing that privilege. One day, the world may stop trusting us, and the fallout would be catastrophic. We keep pushing our luck, but eventually, something will break. The question is, will we act before it's too late? The scale of the crisis is finally sparking wild ideas. Some hope an AI-driven economic boom will save us. Others propose selling visas or creating a Department of Government Efficiency. These are Hail Mary passes, not real solutions. We've solved big deficits before, through bipartisan compromise, tough choices, and shared sacrifice. The blueprint exists, but political courage is missing. We can keep chasing fantasies, or face reality and fix the problem. The numbers are screaming for action. The only question: what will it take for leaders to finally listen?